Okay, I'm Pat Petersen. I'm a marriage and family therapist intern in Torrance, California. I help parents help their kids through all sorts of difficult times, and divorce is one of those very difficult times. Divorce is quite common in American families, and so I think this is important work. It is hard on children to be in the center of conflict. But what parents have to recognize is that merely separating doesn't always solve that problem. If children are asked to take sides, if parents draw the children into the conflict they're having with their spouse, whether they are together or separated or divorced, this is very stressful on children. Um, if parents are bad mouthing each other or they're competing for children's loyalty, they may be separated, but the conflict remains in the children's lives. On the other hand, if your children see you treating each other with respect, if they're never asked to take sides, and if your separation allows you to be more calm, more responsive, and more present emotionally for your child, then your children may be better off. Well, young children and older children as well, to a lesser extent, they're at a developmental age where their perceptions are self-centered. Interestingly, this especially happens in early childhood, also happens during teen years, which most people don't realize. Therefore, children often blame themselves for their parents' unhappiness. They think, if only I were a better boy, then my mother wouldn't have headaches and my father wouldn't stomp out of the room and they wouldn't argue and slam doors. Over time, this can significantly harm a child's self-esteem. There's another thing to consider, and that is that children model on the same-sex parent. So if a girl, a daughter, watches her father criticizing her mother, verbally abusing her mother, she's very likely to internalize those same feelings about herself and is very likely then to, in adulthood, accept the same kind of treatment in an adult relationship herself. There are several things that you can do to help protect your child from experiencing guilt. First of all, do not draw your child into the arguments that you're having with your spouse. Never ask your child to take sides. Second, if you have disagreements over parenting issues, do agree that you're going to address these by yourselves at a separate time. Don't do it in the presence of your child. Third, explain to your child that sometimes parents argue over things and disagree, but that you're not angry with your child. Tell your child that even when you get angry at your spouse, you still keep loving your child. They certainly can. Divorce isn't nearly as significant a factor in adult attachment as the relationship that the parent has with the child. So that means if there is a healthy relationship with at least one of the parents, that child will benefit from that healthy attachment and be able to seek the same kind of relationship when they become an adult. So, what is a healthy attachment? It's tuning into the child, it's responding appropriately to the child's needs, and expressing love and acceptance and keeping promises. So those things are much more significant than whether the two parents are living in the same house and doing things together all the time. Well, staying together with the kids isn't going to be the magic bullet that ignites passion. It can be a source of shared values, and when you have something that is shared, that can help you rebuild a relationship. So it absolutely your passion, your interest in each other, your attraction to each other can be rekindled, but it's probably not going to be the same. Hopefully, it is going to be more realistic, wiser, could even be richer. This is hard to do. It doesn't happen just because the children are present together with you both in the same house. And couples therapy can really help with this. Hard to do on your own.